What up? This is your boy Luigi from Zexta. My first vlog ever. I'm gonna be explaining a little how Zexta was born and where it came from, who was in it, who created it, all those fun details. So honestly, Zexta was originally gonna be a norteño grupo. A bunch of homies. We gathered at a house. We honestly just play like songs we knew or whatever, or we invite like different people. We invite a bunch of different people, like different músicos. There was one time when we had a jam session. It was like at least a good 50 amount of músicos. It was the biggest jam session we've ever had. It was people from Los Nuevos Mercenarios, Los Amigos de la Sierra, shout out to all those grupos, locally grupos, us obviously, and just any other músicos that showed up. It was pretty badass. Then there was this one time where, shout out to my homie Marcos Hernandez. It was me and him who decided to start this project. One time I'm like, hey bro, because First of all, me and him would just kick it as homies, you know him for the longest time. I'd like go to his house and just hang out, you know, listen to music. Then one day I'm like, hey bro, let's just get together and invite a bunch of homies to see what's up. We started having those jam sessions like weekly almost. I think it was every Monday or something. Shout out to the homie Ari Hernandez and Jorge Hernandez who let us use their house to jam out and stuff. It was actually them too. They were part of the first Zexta Alianza. Well, back then we used to be called Nueva Alianza. That was the name we chose back then. It was me, my homie Jorge, who is now the accordion player for Los de las Rosas here, locally known, if you guys know him. Shout out to Los de las Rosas. It was him. It was Ari, Jorge, and I think Alex, who's now the main singer of Zexta Alianza. He would come once in a while too. He was like the one singer we depend on. He was like locally, like, in my opinion, he was one of the best singers around here. Yeah, we just kept having those jam sessions weekly. It all grew unexpectedly. Unfortunately, that project did not continue for whatever reasons. So we just decided to go our ways, wish each other our best. Then one day I asked Marcos, I'm like, hey bro, why don't we just try to start our own thing, you know? Just focus on making our group will blow up, you know, see what happens. That's when we messaged Ramiro. Back then he was 13 years old when we first started the group. We messaged him. We still had our homie Jorge from Los de las Rosas with us. We got our homie Manuel Romero as the main singer. He's the one who created Yo No Sea Malo, by the way. Shout out to compa Manny. Yo no soy malo en esta vida batallosa. Amo a mi madre de lo chueco y eso es otra cosa. It was like literally the end of December. It was like in the late 20s, I want to say. So we really couldn't do nothing. So we just decided to start the year. We were entering 2017, which was when we kicked off the project with. It was me, Jorge, Manny, and Ramiro to start with. It was a Sierreño grupo with accordion. Then me on the bass, Jorge with the accordion, Manny's the singer, Ramiro on the guitar. Then again, that project did not work out for whatever reason. So we just decided to go our ways again, start fresh. It was crazy because me and Marco were on the butts just looking for different musicians locally. We were trying to see who would be part of the group, but nobody was really down for it at that time, you know. So we decided to give it another try, fresh músicos. At that time it was just me, Ramiro, and Manny, to be honest. Here's the video up there to show you guys what that looked like. that time, my homie Manny did not feel comfortable playing harmonia at that time. So we decided to look for another musician, pues. Manny decided to bring his homie along. We really didn't know who he was. We're like, oh, let's just give it a try, you know. That's when Alex Garcia joined. So that's when we were practicing for like a month or two. We had our first gig. There's a video of how that went. It's pretty cool. It was like a Head of a Life or something. They got us for like an hour, I think. We were all like pumped up because it was like the very first gig we've ever had. The day after, we had our second gig, which was at the 503. There's another video how that went.
¿Qué onda, raza? Nosotros somos amigos de Nueva Alianza y queremos invitarlos este próximo domingo, 29 de enero, al 503 para que le caigan a disfrutar nuestro debut musical, así que los esperamos. Y así nomás quedó, viejo. Ahí estuvo, nos vemos.
Kept bumping and practicing. It was like a good year maybe where we worked almost every weekend non-stop. Sometimes it was Friday through Sunday. We just worked our butts off. We got the opportunity to open for Perdidos, and like who was Martin Castillo and Los Paras. I think we were pretty pumped because we were playing like on a big ass stage. Everybody knew us. Oh, I forgot this, but by that time, my homie Alex Rodriguez had already joined. For whatever reason, I had invited him before to join the group, but he had his compromiso with the banda, so he really didn't want to mess with that. And a few months later, after I had asked him, he decided to ask me if he can join the grupo. This is way before like the Pedidos and like the year of working. At that time, this was like the project we had completely, the Zexta. So you see, it was compa Ramiro, Alex Rodriguez, Alex Garcia, Manny Romero, and me. That was like, to be honest, we were like one of the most known grupos here locally. We were popping, let's say that. There was a few times where like, you know, and everything, you feel like there's stress, you know, things happen. We got to the point where we almost split a few times. Just, you know, it wasn't working out. We were just misunderstanding, to just say that. Fortunately, we were able to work everything out. We kept just hustling and working till one day, homie Alex Rodriguez, one night he just was like, hey guys, I'm gonna go live with Jimmy Humilde. We're like, alright. But for the longest time, we kept telling him, or at least some of the guys were telling him, to go on his live to try to get on it. You know, you never know what could happen. Opportunities always waiting, you never know. So he finally got accepted onto Jimmy Humilde's vlog, and he went live with him. He showed him the Yo No Soy Malo, and right away Jimmy liked it. He's like, message me, DM me every music, whatever. All this stuff happened. I think it was like the end of May, where I couldn't go to California because something had happened. It was a family emergency that I really couldn't go. So the boys went down to California. They met Jimmy. Everything that needed to happen happened at the moment.
Le gusta portar y un buen coñac para la fiesta comienza. Los tiempos de bajos ya pasaron al recuerdo. Sin experiencia y sin miedo me aventé alrededor. Era por mis hijos que yo tanto quiero y mi padre que se encuentra en el cielo. Yo no soy mal en esta vida batallosa. Amo a mi madre, ando en lo chueco y eso es otra cosa. Tuve que meterme al negocio para poder comer. Gracias a Dios tengo todo lo que anhelé.
I feel like it was just, you know, it was gonna happen, but at its time. I was still dealing with whatever was happening, and Alex Garcia called me. He's like, hey bro, guess what? I was like, what bro? He's like, we just signed with Rancho Humilde. I'm like, bro. At that time, I was like, I was like this, honestly. I didn't know what to do. At that time, I was like, holy, I couldn't believe it, you know. So, since that day, it was what, like the 30th to the 29th, I forgot, of May or whatever, when we signed. Finally had the contract in their hands. That's on my life away for many years. Then later on in the year, they asked us to go record Yo No Soy Malo, which was recorded down in Santana. It was a pretty badass experience because we're basically in California now. We've been to Washington, Idaho, and like all the local states around here, different places. We've gone through so much, and then I couldn't believe it because I'm like, we're finally here in California recording our first music video. It was pretty badass. Met a bunch of people, a bunch of mega people. We finally recorded those videos, released them, you know. We were in Vegas on our way back from Vegas when they released Yo No Soy Malo. It was kind of cool because we were in Area 51. Out of all the places where we could have stopped to see the video, it was like the only place because all the other places there was no service. So we were at Area 51 when Yo No Soy Malo was released. We got good feedback on the video. People really liked it. Everybody was so excited because we were like one of the first people here from Oregon to, you know, go out there and be popping like that. So everybody's like, oh, from the 503, you know. Shout out to everybody from the 503. But yeah, and then we just kept going back and forth till from there we kept hustling. We went back to record Vida Decorosa.
No soy de problema, mucho menos de calor. No soy de problemas, mucho menos dejado.
At that time we also recorded Por el Cinco with the homie Mandalos. Pretty cool song, I think. Yeah, we recorded that.
Con el perro se bajaba, el vato al carro se arrimaba y la neta la encontró. Encontraron billetes de amarre, kilitos de cristal son los que traíamos. En la cajuela estaba todo el jale.
Recently in November, both of our songs hit the 1 million views, which we were pretty pumped. Honestly, when I saw that, I was like, holy, I couldn't believe it because, you know, 1 million views is a big deal, you know. And having two songs with 1 million each, it's another big deal, I think. In the beginning of December, we got to do our first Rancho Humilde event, which was, again, one of the best experiences of my life. Here's a little video of how it went.
Yo no soy malo en esta, amo a mi parando el sueco y eso es otra cosa. Tuve que meterme al negocio para poder comer. Gracias a Dios tengo todo lo que anhelé. No fue por suerte por la que yo estoy aquí. 45, a mí no me espantan los watch. Ahí cargo un cuerno de chivo. ¡Vamos a mirar!
Walking onto that stage, I was like this again. I couldn't believe it. It was full of emotion, didn't know how to feel. I was honestly like to the point where I was gonna cry. It was very exciting, you know. Very exciting, you know. I know there's a lot of stuff coming. We recently went back to record a song with a compa Natal Cano. A little preview of how it's gonna be. It's a short preview because I can't release all of it, you know.
Y así suena su compa Nata, viejones. Y la Zexta, compadre. Rancho Humilde.
We also got another Ineta coming out. It's called Así Se Progresa. It's pretty badass. That day we recorded that song was super badass. We recorded the audio at the Yellow Room studio. Shout out to the homie Edgar, one of the best audio techs out there, I want to say. And shout out to Los Voces del Rancho. We have a lot of good stuff coming. It's gonna be popping, I think. I want to thank everybody for their support. Hope you guys like this vlog. Comment down below what questions you might have, want me to answer. Anything else you want about Zexta or anything, you know.